Welcome to my first get ready with me makeup video. I am going to show you my everyday makeup look. I'm going to start off with primer. So I use this Rimmel Lasting Finish Fix and Go. It's a primer as well as a setting spray. Whew. Because I do have dehydrated combination skin, I have oily T-zone and dehydrated U-zone, so I do like to use a lot of hydrating products on my skin before I use makeup. So besides my skincare routine, I would use my primer, and then I would use the Wet n Wild primer serum as a base just after priming. I do like to go in with my face mist. This is a product I got from Amanda Dupont's brand, and it's the Hydrate and Energize Mist with African niacinamide and Zebra-Arctics. It's a really great product. I really enjoy using it even on days where I don't use makeup. So I'm going to use that just to hydrate even more. My brows first. I use a mascara just to brush out my brows, and if I want to make sure that they're looking neat, I just brush them up just like that. Or if I do want the brow laminated look, I just use a regular Vaseline, and then I like to just go in with my old mascara brush, which does not have any product, by the way, and then I just brush my eyebrows out just like that. And it sort of does give that brow laminated look, but not like too excessive. I go in with a color corrector from LA Girl. I've used these concealers since I learned how to do makeup, so that was since like school. I personally love them. They work quite well for me. So this is the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD High Definition Concealer Color Corrector in GC 990. And I normally just go in not too close to my eye area or eye line. I just go below, and then normally I would just have areas around my mouth where there's discoloration, and I just go in there. I do leave that on for quite a bit so that it dries out, and then I go in with my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Chestnut. So I would just like cover my spots with it just like that. And I just blend out that color corrector once it's nice and semi-dry under my eye. I use the same side of the beauty blender for my color correction, and then I use the other side for my dark spots area. Definitely don't want my face to be covered in like concealer. too much. The foundation that I've always used was the Huda Beauty foundation in Coca. I have finished this foundation. It is a matte full coverage foundation. I love it. I need to restock on it, but there is quite a few left for like contouring, etc. So I'll see if I want to use it. So I do use the NARS foundation now. It's the Light Reflecting Foundation in the shade, it's medium deep Caracas, and it looks like this. It's pretty gooey. I give it a good shake. I like to put the foundation on my brush, and not too much because a little does go a long way with this foundation. And I normally put it on the areas where I do want to like highlight my face first. It's pretty lightweight and doesn't really like offer much of a matte or full coverage. It's quite dewy and has a natural finish. So I'm gonna go in again with my Estée Girl concealer in chestnut, just to give a bit more coverage to those dark spots. I like to go in with my concealer under my brows. So once that is there, I like to go in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder in honey to set my concealer on my eyelids. I always set my concealer on my eyelids so that it doesn't crease. And so if I do want to use an eyeshadow, it's also it also glides on quite better. And we take a little, not too much, and we pat on the eyelid so that it settles on the eyelid and we don't bake. Use a very neutral eyeshadow palette for my eyelids. I don't go crazy on eyeshadow. I like to use either like a very light pink, maroon, you know, neutral browns. So I'm gonna go in with my Revolution palette, which I've had for years. I am gonna use this pink shade, which is my go-to. As you can see, it's quite dented. And then I'm just gonna tap on my eyelid from the bottom. And then just blend that out on the top. If you do want to have some more definition on your eyeshadow, I normally go in with a darker shade, like this maroonish shade. And I go into my crease and I just place that shade there. And going inward, it's kind of like the corner of your eye. See? And same thing on the side. And then I take my pink shade and I blend that together. After that, I go in to highlight my under eye area with the LA Girl Pro Conceal, the color Toffee. I love this color on my skin. It's a really great way to highlight. So I go in not too close to my eye area, just below my under eyes. The blending process for my under eye area, I do go in with a different sponge because I do not want to mix my corrector and my chestnut concealer onto my under eye area. So I go in with the fresh sponge and I just make that a little bit damp. You always try to look up when you are blending, so to get into every nook and cranny under your eye. Go in again with my concealer because I do feel like I still have some dark spots showing, so just a little bit more in that area. And remember, makeup is really all about blending and technique, so it's very important to keep blending until you can't blend anymore. And then I just like to go in with the rest on my nose area, on my chin, and just a little bit on my forehead. And before that creases, I go in again with my Mercier translucent powder in honey, and I set that concealer under my eyes very quickly after I've blended. I do tend to get a lot of creasing under my eye, so to prevent that, I do like to go in with my translucent powder very quickly. And I love this translucent powder because it works quite well for that. I try not to bake under my eye, but because I do have creasing that occurs there, I do try to lay it on thick. Same on this side. And because I do have an oily T-zone, I do go in with the same powder on my nose area, a little bit on my forehead, as well as my chin, just to set that concealer. And I let that sit for a bit before I move on to my face powder. So for my face powder, I use the compact Estée Lauder pressed powder. I don't know the exact name of this powder, but my shade is chestnut. So I normally go in all over my face with this powder just to make sure that my foundation is set and my translucent powder blends in well with it. I use this big brush for my face powder. It works really well for me. So I just brush out all of that translucent powder that was left on my under eye area, and so that it doesn't look patchy, I just make sure that I go in with my compact powder and blend that well together. So before I go in with my blush and highlighter, I do like to bronze. I use Glowish by Huda Beauty to bronze, and my shade is 05 Rich and Soft Radiance Bronzing Powder. So this is the bronzer. Bronzer for me, it just adds more depth onto my face. I don't really think I do need it. Maybe I should try more products, but I do like this one as a start because I didn't use bronzer before. So I just like to use that to sort of contour my face and just to add more definition, really. I can move on to the fun stuff. So before I move on to my blush and highlighter, I do like to set my face. So I'm going to go in again with my Rimmel Lasting Fixer. Use the Makeup Revolution Duo Blush and Highlighter combo. This has both a highlighter and a blush. Personally, I still use highlighter. I love highlighter. I want to glow for the gods. And I've recently started using blush. Not a big fan, but I do like to have a little bit of rosy cheeks. But I do tend to go more on the deeper red or deeper pink side of things. So I go in with this angled brush and I basically place my brush on my cheekbone. And it's good to kind of like tilt your head so you can have a good view of your cheekbone area. This shade of pink, or I think it's pink, is really great on brown skin girls. I feel like it really helps just elevate your makeup look. I do go in with my fan brush for my highlighter. I take a decent amount and I just place that right above my blush. So it kind of merges with my blush. Who doesn't love a good highlighter? I've always loved a highlighter. And then for the rest of the highlighter that's on the brush, I normally just go onto my nose area and I just place that there. If I want to be extra, I do like sprinkle some on my chin. For my lashes, I personally love a subtle lash, but I do like a cat eyelash. So it's kind of like in between the dramatic side and the natural looking classic side. Go in with my glue and just place it on my lash line. I do use the Kiss Strip Eyelash Adhesive in clear. It's a 24-hour lash glue and works really well. I do wait about 30 seconds just to let that dry a bit on the lash before I place it on. And then how I put on my lashes is I have a mirror right here. So I normally look down and I use a toothpick as a tool just to pull, because my lashes are quite curly, my natural lashes. So I try to use a toothpick just to pull my lashes down. To place that lash just at the end of my natural lashes. Okay, there we go. And then I just combine my natural lash with the false lashes. So I just went in with my Essence Tiny Tip Liner Waterproof. This I normally use for my winged liner, so I just went in just to like straighten that line a bit, but I don't think it's that bad. I am gonna go in with my Revlon Sophia's Eyes Wide Open mascara, and I'm just gonna mascara my natural lashes so that they blend easily with my cat's eye false lashes. The sun is literally hitting me right in the face. I love it. I don't want it to be clumpy, so I'm gonna try and stop there. It's already looking clumpy on my false lashes, so I'm just gonna go in with the wipe and remove the clumpiness. Mascara that I use for my brows, just to try and unclump that lash so that it's not it's unclumpable. Let me see. Okay, we're gonna have to leave it like that for today, but we're gonna do better next time. I normally don't like to put mascara on my lower lashes. I just like the no mascara under my under eye, and I do feel like it's already dramatic with the liner and the lashes going on, so I'm just not gonna put mascara. To the final part, finally. Okay, so in terms of lips, as you can see, my lips are quite dark on the outside and then they become light naturally. I've always used lip liners for my lips, as well as lipstick, as well as lip glosses, but I've always used lip liners since before lip liners were a thing. So I normally get my lip liners from Essence. I do use my Essence Longlasting eye pencil, which I use as a lip liner. I've done this before. I normally use eye pencils as lip liners because they work quite well, quite effective. I'm just gonna go in there. This is my everyday lip combo. I'm obsessed with it. I've been obsessed with it for years. I do like a defined lip. I don't normally overline my lips because my lips are already full, so and then I go in with the Essence 8-Hour Matte Comfort Liner. It's Cosnova, but it's like a really nice dusty pink. So I go in on my inner lips with this color. I do tend to go in with my Revlon Color Stay Suede Ink in the color In Charge. And I just put that on the inner, on my inner lips. As you can see, it's quite pigmented. So there's like pink on my eyes, and then there's pink on my lips. And then there's blush. Love it. I do go in with my Glossy Plumping lip gloss from LA Girl. I love this lippy. Before I used to have the same, but in from the Revolution brand. I feel like one layer of this is enough on the bottom lip, and you have yourself a lip, honey. Okay, and that is about it in terms of my makeup look. The look, please do let me know in the comments what you guys thought of this video. I am quite rusty in terms of YouTube related content. I am a TikTok girly, so I'll get better with time. But yeah, if you have suggestions and recommendations in terms of makeup products, maybe makeup products that you guys have used that have worked, as well as suggestions in terms of what I should be doing more of, what type of content you guys want to see. This is my first video. I do want to focus on beauty content. I want to get back into beauty related content, and as well as some fashion videos here and there, vlogs maybe. We'll see how things perform, but yeah, it's not set in stone, but I'll definitely do more lifestyle content. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.